school's out, blame corona, but I still got some science I could show ya. No class, no school, that's cool, throw the class on the YouTube. Even if they shut the school down, I'll get that knowledge anyway somehow. Real scholars won't stop for corona. Tune in for that science takeover.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Mrs. Finney's science class. Shout out to the HB Warriors, to all of our subscribers, to all of our visitors. It is Friday. Yay, yay, Friday. All right, let's get started. Today we have finished lesson 7. Make sure you go and complete your lesson 7 lesson game. Today we're getting started on a new lesson, lesson 8. So let's check this out. Lesson 8, title, Proteins, Genes, and Chromosomes. Today we're on section 1, Proteins and Traits. And the learning objective for today, I can explain 4 ways that protein can function. 4 ways that protein can function. So let's jump into this lesson. Here's a phenomenon for this particular lesson. And it states, some cats have short, straight hair, and some cats have long, wavy hair. What questions do you have about this phenomenon? Please jot that down in the comment section. Please jot that down in the comment section. What's your questions about this? Okay? And so let's get into this particular lesson. Here at the top, it reads, when you think of proteins, you might think of a juicy steak or some grilled chicken. How many of you like steak or grilled chicken? Which one do you prefer? Type that in the comments as well. But as you have learned, all living things contain proteins, even plants. What do proteins look like? We need to figure that out. And what do they do? You already know that human cells are very small and that you have to use a microscope to see them. But proteins are much smaller. Let's keep that in mind, okay? Much smaller than the human cells. Specialized microscopes are needed to collect enough data to draw models of proteins. Figure 1 shows a simplified model of a protein. So here we have figure 1. The types and amounts of different proteins in the skin help determine the traits of the skin. Younger people make lots of proteins, collagen and elastin, so their skin is very smooth and stretchy. So the younger you are, the more of those particular proteins you will make. Okay, so take a look here at the image. This is skin tissue, okay? And right in here is where you would have the skin proteins, all right? And if you're looking at the skin proteins, here's an illustration of the elastin and the skin proteins, and here's an illustration of collagen, okay? And again, you have more of these the younger you are. You produce more of them the younger you are, all right? Here we go. So, proteins have many very important functions in the cells and tissues of the body. So let's start learning objective. Let's see what those functions are. Some proteins are needed to build and repair organelles and other structures of the cell. That's 1. Build and repair organelles and other structures of the cell. Other proteins perform functions in specific cell processes. Okay, performing functions in specific cell processes. 2, for example, some proteins found in the cell membrane help transport materials in and out of the cell. Third one, some proteins are even excreted or sent out of the cell to build structures or to send signals between cells. Some excreted proteins hold cells together in a tissue and give the tissue strength or flexibility. Okay? So I want to go back here so you can see. Okay, these are the 4 functions of protein. Build and repair cell structures, 1. Perform in specific cell processes like transport materials from cell, 2. The third one, send signals between cells. And the fourth one, hold cells together in a tissue. So those are the 4 functions of protein. Okay? Now, next section says, each type of cell makes its own unique set of proteins. This is the major difference between different kinds of cells. For example, muscle cells make special proteins that allow the muscle to contract and move the bones of the body. Okay, so muscle proteins, they do a specific job. Proteins made by the skin cells help determine the overall structure and color of the skin and the hairs produced. Okay? Blood cells produce other types of proteins that carry oxygen and help fight infections. These unique proteins give each type of cell a different structure and set of characteristics. The types and amounts of proteins in and around a person's cells help determine the person's traits. Okay, so here's the connection. For example, your skin contains several different kinds of proteins. These proteins are all made by skin cells, but many of them are excreted out of the cell through exocytosis, and we talked about that in our last lesson. They connect nearby skin cells to one another and keep the skin tough but flexible. The shape of each protein allows it to have a specific function. Keratin is a protein in the outer layer of skin that makes your skin strong and waterproof. Collagen, a protein found in the inner layer of skin, holds the skin together. It too makes the skin strong and gives it shape. A third protein in the skin is elastin, which makes your skin flexible and allows it to snap back to its original shape after it has been stretched, somewhat like a rubber band. So we're looking at skin cells, and we're talking about 3 different types. We mentioned keratin, that makes your skin strong and waterproof. We mentioned collagen, which is on the inner layer. It holds the skin together. And it also makes the skin strong, gives it shape. And then the third protein in the skin we talked about is elastin, okay, which makes your skin flexible, allows it to snap back to its original shape. Let's take a quick look at a video that dives a little bit more into collagen and elastin, and to see how that connects to wrinkles on the face, okay, or on the skin.
What causes wrinkles? A witch's potion. Nah. Our skin consists of 2 important proteins called collagen and elastin. Collagen keeps our skin firm and tight, while elastin gives our skin flexibility and elasticity. It allows our skin to stretch, twist, and contract.
Just like an elastic rubber band, right?
Absolutely. But as we age, our skin produces less collagen and elastin. Hence, our skin no longer remains firm. It begins to lose elasticity. As a result, our skin droops, thus causing wrinkles. Moreover, there are some factors that can cause early wrinkling. One of them is UV radiation of the sun. Long-term exposure to UV radiation can cause collagen and elastin to break down faster than normal, thus causing wrinkles in early age. Besides this, smoking and poor nutrition may also contribute to early wrinkling.
All right, so based off of that video, we've learned a little bit more about collagen and elastin and how they have an effect on the skin. Here's an image. Older people make less of these proteins, resulting in more wrinkled skin that is less stretchy. Okay, so now we know where wrinkles come from. Okay. As a person gets older, skin cells make less collagen and elastin proteins. the skin tissue has also been exposed to more sunlight and other damaging environmental factors. Environmental damage to the keratin containing cells can cause age spots or even skin cancer. The small amount of collagen protein that is made by the cells can also be damaged by sunlight, so it breaks down. The change in collagen structure results in weaker skin. It bends and caves in, forming wrinkles. In addition to less elastin being made in aging skin, elastin proteins also lose their ability to stretch and become less flexible. This causes sagging around the eyes, neck, jaw, and these ways changes in the amounts of different proteins of the skin affect the skin's features and thus the person's traits. All right, so now we have a better understanding how we end up with the traits that give us our image on our skin. All right, let's check for understanding. Drag and drop the true statements onto the image of the proteins. Let's see. True or false? Proteins can affect a person's physical traits. What do you think? What's your answer? What do you think? True or false? Let's see. We have two choices here. All right. So, you want to try that? Okay, you want to try it. Proteins can grow to be larger than cells. True or false? Are you sure about that choice there? This is your final answer? Yay or nay? Okay. All right. All right. You said no? Proteins made by muscle cells help determine the overall intelligence of a person. What do you think about that? True or false? You say false? Okay, we'll go with that. Each type of cell makes the same set of proteins. True or false? You're going to say false again. You sure about that? Okay. Proteins made by skin cells help determine the overall structure and color of the skin. True or false? Oh, you said true on this one? Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Oh, look at you. Give yourself a round of applause. I love it. Nice work. Nice work. All right, here we go. Question, and make sure you answer these 5 questions inside of Lesson 8, Section 1 in your TCI program. First question, which of these is smaller, a cell or a protein? Restate the question, please. This was me waiting for you to give the answer. Nice, I like. Here we go. A protein. In a complete sentence, which of these is smaller? A protein smaller than cell. Good job. All right, and we talked about this one already. List 4 ways that proteins can function. 4 functions of protein, and this is our learning objective. 4 functions of protein. Here they are. Make sure you have this inside of your TCI program. Build and repair cell structures. Perform in specific cell processes like transport materials from cell. Send signals between cells. Hold cells together in a tissue. 4 functions of proteins. Big jobs. Number 3, what is the major difference between different types of cells? Really? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I know you have this. Major difference. Okay, let's see. each type of cell makes its own unique set of proteins. Muscle cells have their own set of proteins, okay? And then you have skin cells have their own set, okay? Here we go. For how do differences in proteins determine differences in traits? All right, draw the proteins found in young skin and in old skin. Make sure there is a noticeable difference between the proteins. Okay, so you have these two boxes. What do you think the difference would be in your drawing? Okay, you want to show what it looks like in young skin and old skin. I'll give you an example. Take a look. Here's an example. Okay, this shows there's more what? Collagen and elastin, okay, in young skin than you would see in older skin. All right, make sure you have an image similar to this. All right, and final question for today. Write a description of how this difference in the proteins influences skin texture. All right, I want to share this answer with you. So as mentioned, the young skin has more of each protein, elastin and collagen. This makes young skin firm and wrinkle-free. Older skin has wrinkles and sags since it is weaker and less flexible. Okay, so I want to put this on the screen so you can see it. And if you need to jot this down, please go ahead and do so. All right. So that is our intro to lesson 8. I hope that you did well and you feel great. All right, lesson 8, we're here. Lesson 8, we're here. Let's get it clear. Lesson 8, we're here. Woo, shout out to the HB Warriors. Yes. Shout out to the subscribers. Yes. Shout out to all our visitors. Yes, it's Friday. All right, let's wrap up with our outro. Here we go. Sing this from your chest. I know you got this. Here we go. It's been fun. It's been real. We break it down and pick up science skills. Give yourself 2 claps just for tuning in. Come back, meet tomorrow. We can learn again. Oh, it's been fun. It's been real. We break it down and pick up science skills. Give yourself 2 claps just for tuning in. Come back, meet tomorrow. We can learn again. You all have an awesome weekend. I will see you next week for our next science lesson. Peace.